This is Bruce for FXEmpire taking a look at natural gas. We had a continuation of choppy action today. However, let's take a look at the details and try to break it down a little more specifically, see what it might be telling us about the future, if anything. So we had a bearish reversal because we broke down below yesterday's low, and today's high does not exceed yesterday's high. The market went up and tested resistance at the 20 period moving average and the uptrend line, which was previous support, now becomes resistance. And then it backed off and came all the way back down through yesterday's low, and now it has rallied back up. So um, we are closing actually stronger than initially expected when I first started preparing this analysis because we were previously down below the 200 line. Now we're closing above the 200 line and above the 50 orange line, but below the 20 and below the uptrend. So as far as what's coming next, it's great that we're showing a little strength by closing above the 200 and the 50, but we need to have further follow through to the upside before it really means anything because I think the signal from identifying resistance at the uptrend line is more significant at the moment as it confirms a bearish continuation of this down, up, and you can see we have a lower swing high, and now we have a lower swing high, assuming that is the swing high. It is for now, but it may not continue to be. We'll have to wait and see. So we're getting mixed signals of bullish and bearish signals. Overall, I would say bearish signals. However, and I'm talking about intermediate time frame now, maybe 3 weeks to several months, or maybe even longer. We did have a higher swing low here, which is a minor bullish indication, and we had what I'll call two tests of the long-term downtrend line coming from way up here in August of 2022. Once the market broke above that line, we came back down, tested, even though it went below it, it's close enough, it came right back up. So that is a successful test, but not as good as this test, because this test I'm going to call that a test. It's close enough to the downtrend line. It's a higher swing low, and it's a second successful test, and we rallied off it. So that is overall bullish, but it's pushing up against this bearish resistance of this pattern here. So what does that? Where does that leave us? Well, a breakout above today's high, 277, we could say is a sign of strength, and that opens the door to possibly breaking above this week's high of 288. If that happens, then natural gas heads up into 62% retracement and maybe some of the other levels we'll look at next week. Alternatively, if it drops through the bottom, we have support right down here at 237, 231, and until we break below that support, there's no continuation of this downtrend. So that is a situation in natural gas. Have a great weekend, traders. See you next week.